I'm Rachel. I'm out of Detroit. This is Femme, and I will be cleaning up my messy workbench that's been needing this desperately and doing some reorganizing around the workspace. So hang out. If you have questions, feel free to ask. My nose is itching. I apologize. And yeah, I'm going to get right into it after I go live on another platform. I know, faux pas on my behalf. Shame on me. I'm going to start my stogie. And for those wondering, Old Shenandoah Appalachia Cheroot, bootleg flavor. Very tasty. Let's see how long I can go live on TikTok before they zap me for saying I broke organizing. Let's get a picture. Okay. Hello, who just arrived? I'm just getting ready to start doing some live cleanup of my workbench that you see is quite the mess. I've been really busy working on some things and I need to find some places to put some other things like my Dremel. I still have no idea where to. You know, actually, I think I just found a spot. Let's see. Ah, good stuff by my stogie. I think I'm gonna hang it right here. Yeah, that actually might work. Alright. I love when a plan comes in to play really well. Hey, let's see how long that'll last. Hey, that works. Oh, TikTok already got me. Oh well. But, I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm stuck. And that's why. This is now where my Dremel will go with the flex shaft. Which I don't know if you ever heard about a flex shaft on a Dremel. Seriously cool tool. I got some things I gotta go through, like this. Does not need to be here. Nor does this. Actually, I got a few things I can remove off of here. Apparently the whole book. Right. I actually use this. This is a folding limb saw. I actually use this quite a bit for all my wood cutting. Like I have wood saws. Don't get me wrong, but that thing is it's pretty dang good. They're fast. And this is gonna go in my locker. Here's what I've been working on. Battle spoon. Actually, that's one. Here's the one that is going to be the commission piece. This one's made out of white oak. That's made out of white pine. Or pine. Do I know what pine? There goes my welding magnet. So Harbor Freight welding magnets. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that store or been there. They're actually not very strong. And I have one. That's what this is. And the strength of these magnets are really quite unimpressive. Like I don't expect them to be like, like these are neodymium magnets right here, rare earth as they call them. But the ones from Harbor Freight, holy cow, those are some pretty weak magnets. I gotta reorganize my locker as well. This right here, I call this my Jesus hammer. I made this a few years ago and I beat the brakes off it, as you can tell. And I was talking to a guy from Ireland recently, and he told me they actually call these God's hand. If you guys are from Ireland, can you correct me on that? Was he pulling my leg, blowing smoke, whatever? But yeah, I actually do love using this. I thought about making some, putting them up for sale, because these are so incredibly handy. And yeah, I use it all the time, all over the place, in places I never thought I would. Fantastic tool to have. Some call them Thor's hammer. Now I gotta get over to my anvil. Actually, I gotta move my sticks over to the corner. It's gonna be a lot of moving stuff today. Moving this here, moving this there. These are my walking sticks. We have people live on TikTok, we got people live on YouTube, we got Christians out there trying to save the world. It's an interesting time to be live today. People out there Doing the good fight. Keeping up that good fight. What in my shot? Try and get this here. So I can move this here. Oh. Oh. There we go. But it's still stuck somehow. It won't turn this way. There we go. That's why. Okay. Put that there where it belongs. Oh, I'm back online. Okay. Well, anyways, I was saying if you guys saw or didn't see, I was showing you something from the catacombs of my history. And this right here, these are actually white oak blocks that I got from the battle. The cool thing about getting wood from woodworking stores is it doesn't have the pesticides and stuff in it like you get from big box stores like Lowe's, Menards, that kind of thing. So all of these extra pieces I could actually use for smoking wood or smoking meat, and pretty well. Actually, I'm going to be using some of it for knife handles as well. I might even try to make a couple spoons out of this guy because this is little. I like little wooden spoons. They're pretty cool. But yeah, it's cool that you can get more than one use out of something being made for something else, and I love doing that. Like my whole shtick in life is pretty much repurposing. And all right, I'll move this back. If we don't move back as easy as it came out, there's sarcasm. There we go. We'll call that good for now. That's a bucket of miscellaneous steel that I got from a Buy Nothing group, a local Buy Nothing group. And it is a lot of useless steel in there. I don't know what to do with it yet, but I don't want to throw it out. Where are you guys coming out of today anyway? I'm out of Detroit. Sweatshirt says it. It's Carhartt. Carhartt was originally started in Detroit. And I always tell the story when I go live and I'm wearing this. Carhartt clothing originally started as actually an automotive manufacturer, and Hamilton Carhartt is the founder of the company. And his car originally, I think it was just called the Carhartt, but either way, it was actually revered as a more fine vehicle than the Lincoln, which Lincoln has always been pretty fantastic, but even back then it was even nicer. And the Carhartt, even though I think it was only made for 2 years, something like that, was the origins of Carhartt Clothing Company. And his tomb, his mausoleum, is a cemetery. He's actually buried in southwest Detroit. And his tomb, mausoleum, whatever you want to call it, sits on one side of the pond. And on the other side of the pond, you can actually see where the Buick family has their family plot as well. I actually worked with the Buick when I worked at Lowe's, of all places. She was cool. I'll show you guys. Oh boy. I love this dustpan I have, but my good lord, can it be frustrating. If you guys ever thought about having like a sweeping combo in the shed, this is actually one right here. It's pretty red, and right now I'm actually cleaning up shavings from the planing I was doing on my oak battle spoon. And let's see. So Lee Chan says, do you play music? I play guitar. I can play trumpet and drums, but do I play it on live? No. I don't know if I'm able to. Last I heard, or last I knew rather, if you do, it'd start saying copyright infringement, and it would, I think, shut your feed down or restrict, something like that. So no, I don't play music while I am live, if that's what you meant. Do I listen to music when I'm live? Yeah, sometimes. I do the whole earbud thing. I got one in my ear right now, if you can see it. Right there, little JBL. But yeah, that's the extent of it. And then Brain Mason says, good day to you. Here's what I just swept off the floor. I mean, that's all oak shavings right there. I'm actually going to use that for smoking wood. Or smoking meat. I keep saying smoking wood. I don't know why I keep saying that. But for the people out there that are into wood, meat smoking, I almost said it again. Meat smoking, a lot of the woods that you get come from fairly similar premise than from what I'm getting it from right now. From workshops and swept right off the floor. I know some people probably collectively sighed over that and just got freaked out and are going to wonder where their smoked meat comes from in restaurants. Well, yeah, that wood that they smoke your meat with, that is not sterilized, run through any cleaning process of any kind. It is just the way God made it. It goes right into the smoker, and then it makes your food taste amazing. How much toss this out? It's also good for starting fires. Where you guys out today? Anyway, shout off. Tell us all where you're from. And if nobody mentioned it, have a sip of water. Hydration is key. I try to drink close to a gallon of water a day, every day. Do I get there every day? Not even close. And here's another remnant from when I was cutting off the battle spoon, actually. This is another piece off the big plank. I think it was an 8-foot plank it started as. And I cut the stick down to 5'3". Here we are. Actually, I don't know where I'm gonna put this back in the house. So I'll put this by the door. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle these over here now. Knock my broom over, as is customary to do. Here's a walking stick I've been seasoning for a while. This is, I call this a stick. I'm not exactly sure how tall this is, but to give you an idea, like I said, this stick is 5'3", and as you can see, this guy goes well and above that. So we'll see if we can show you fully how long it is. And there's the end of it right there. So it's about about 14 inches longer than this. So yeah, it's a big piece right there. What does that make it? Like 66 inches or so. That's a big old Gandalf stick. And here's something funny that I come across every now and again when I do organization. These are actually like one of the first pairs of tongs I ever bought. When I bought them, I don't know if I misread or what in the description, but I got two pairs. I got two sets. There's this one, and then I got another set. But these things are absolutely enormous. They weigh about 20 pounds, and holding these with one hand is like fool's errand. These were used for some really big forging. I don't actually know what I'm ever going to do with these. I've thought about like clear coating them and like hanging them on the front of the workspace I have, you know, like with like an anvil on the door or something, but for now I have no idea what I'm going to do with them. Actually, all these do is get in the way at this time, so I'm going to put them way out of the way over here after I pick up my broom. There is my mechanical pencil I've been looking for. I've been looking for this for a while. I like mechanical pencils for marking things when I'm out here because I don't have to sharpen them. I do have a pencil, I think, somewhere, but typically it's a mechanical pencil for me. And I got a piece of, so they do for smoking. And this right here, this is a hammerhead that was given to me by one of my blacksmith friends. He just had a bunch of them, and he basically was like, hey, you'd be doing me a favor if I could just send you all of them. So he did. I'll show you what I plan to make, or a version of. Here is a version of what I made with a ball peen hammer. This is a war hammer, I guess, a spike hammer, whatever you want to call it. But it's almost like a the ones that are on like the carriage, horseman's, I think that's what they call them, is like a horseman's hammer. But yeah, this is one that I made. I gotta get this finished. I want to put different colored wood, like dowels in there. But yep, this is something that I made out of a hammer. Not this kind, because this is a claw, but this was a ball peen hammer. But now it is a spike hammer. You know what? Let's see if I can put this here. There. Oh, it doesn't. Let's try. Let's do some swapping because I'm always crafting that. And not these. I have nice wearing this. Does that go there? Still a no. I guess that goes back here for now. That's just all cluttered up though. Whatever. So this will actually go in my steel. I got several crates of steel over there. I could make stuff with steel every single day for the next 5-10 years and I'd never run out of steel. And this is just a hand file I've had for years. It's one of the first ones I ever, actually this thing's about toast. I don't know what I want to do with this. It's not really hardenable or knife quality. For now, I'll just set it right up there. And we'll see what happens with it. Oh, I got sweet out in here. And yes, you better believe I'm picking out all the wet oak chunks. They're just so good for smoking. Oh, here's something I found that fell off on the floor who knows how long ago. This is an artist I'm a fan of out of Atlanta, Georgia. I actually found this on a Free Art Friday thing in Detroit. Oh, Craftsman Studio, hi, how are you? And then Samuel, hi. So this is something I found with Free Art Friday in Detroit, and it was from Everyman. He's out of Atlanta, Georgia. He does some really cool sculptures all over the city of Atlanta. He's really into free art. And like these right here, he makes these little, cuts off little pieces of scrap wood from things he's made, and then he burns in his logo, and he'll just leave them around places he goes. And I got these, actually I got this in Detroit at, it's called the Heidelberg Project. It's a interesting esoteric collection, I guess you could say. The story behind it's really quite interesting. But he was in here doing an installation, I believe. So he hit some free art around the city. And I was lucky enough to find actually a couple of them. And I started following him on Instagram, and I'm a fan. I am a fan. Nice guy. He really has a lot of respect for people that make handmade creations, because he himself, makes handmade creations, and he does it with steel, he does it with wood, all kinds of mixed media, paint. He's just really into artisanship, and those that even give it a try. For a while, he was doing it was like a I think needlepoint or something like that, cross stitch, and he was making these little packs, and he was giving you instructions for simple designs you could make. And he was hiding them. I think it was around Atlanta that time, and it was just pretty cool. And as people were finding them, they were sharing some of their completed projects, and he was sharing what people were making with the free art little packs that he was leaving around Atlanta, Georgia. And if you ever go to his Instagram, tell him Forge the Femme sent you. And I said hi. I like him. Alright, how's it going with you today, Craftsman Studio? I don't know if you caught on, but I'm doing some cleanup right now. Where's my water at? I've been needing to do this for a while. I meant to do it on, I think it was Saturday? Friday, I can't remember what day it was. Oh, Sunday, I think it was. I don't know, either way. I was so tired. I just was like, I'm just gonna not do anything today, and I watched Christmas movies. Yep, that's what I did. That's how I recover in the winter. Christmas TV. Here's another tool I came across. I actually use this a lot more than I ever expected. And I got this at a flea market, and I think I paid like $8 for like a bunch of files, a few of these, few different sizes. And so anyway, I cleaned this up. It's got a little surface rust on the top right now, but I cleaned it up, got it working again, and I actually use this like quite a bit. It's a handy little size. It's a 8. It's steel 8. I think that means 8 inches. That's roughly, close to 8 inches. But yeah, this is actually a handy tool to have. It's old-fashioned, but man, they still work awesome. Actually, I'll put you there. Let's see. There we go. We'll do that. I got scraps of wood. I still don't know what to do with a lot of this stuff I have. Like, I got tons of little files, these little guys, just tons of them. And I actually collect specific brands, given the choice. So I'm all about the American Rust Belt. That's the style I'm really after. The brands I'm after, rather. And those are great. Oh, I got some ash wood. This is ash wood right here. This is also really good for smoking meat with. Ash has a great taste. And this is walnut. I will not smoke with walnut. Walnut I could not imagine tastes good on anything meat smoking wise. There's jokes about it, like smoking with pine. I guess it's just as bad. Okay, another file. Who made you, Nicholson? I gotta take care of you, buddy. I'm gonna actually put this in my locker. I'm gonna set these here for a minute. I'll go through this little box. I have all this stuff. This is actually one of my little shop knives I have. A little guy, a little cutie. I made this out of a scrap some time ago, and it's the only end cut I've actually ever put handles on. And I call them end cuts because they're just like knocked off the end of the files I make knives out of. And it's made with ash and walnut. And the white you can see definitely off, but the white it's actually from some blinds I was cutting down to size to fit my windows. And I had the pieces, and I'm like, I wonder if that could be used for like a spacer or a liner. So I cut them up and made them spacers. And I mean, it works, but I don't know if you could tell on the camera, but it has some like graying or browning or whatever you want to call it. And it's just, once you get into the material, it gets kind of porous. And anyway, so yeah, this is a cool little shop knife I use for all sorts of cutting things. Actually, that goes in here. I don't even have a sheath for it, because that's just the way I roll with that one. It's almost like it's a consumable, if you will. These little incense don't smell that good, but I think they'll keep them. Alright. Yeah, put this in here. My carving tools. Okay. sure why, but this always falls off. Every time I pick anything off it now. Okay. Did it again, did it? What the fuck is wrong with this thing? It's like I gotta bend them or something. Every time I touch it, it just falls. How frustrating. Why do you do that? You know what? That's bending. Because it did it again. Alright, let's try them in device. Otherwise, I might just get rid of these. It's getting that annoying that they bend that, or they fall out that much faster. That's a bit straighter. I'll try that. That one's actually, I guess we'll bend it a little bit. I'm not sure that'll do anything, but we'll give it a shot. The good old college try, as they say. Actually, you know what? I wonder if that'll work. Oh, it doesn't. Damn it. Closer, so let's move these over here. It's uneven still. Damn it. That's what's going on. Actually, I think this is what I'll use instead. You guys are right here with me, learning as I go. And I did it backwards. I'm starting to lose my mind. I've only been out here like 25 minutes. What the hell's going on in the world? Oh my god. I just feel so out of sorts. It's like someone put a curse on me. Whatever, it's gonna be like that for now. Okay, let's try that. Let's put the Warhammer over there. You know what? Let's actually see something. Now it's gonna sit nailed into the wall. That's what it's gonna do now. That thing's been getting frustrating these days. I'll throw this in the shed. Bro, you're obviously gay. OMG, what a novel discovery. Do you feel like you like owned me or something? That was like obviously gay of you to say. I use Christmas lights actually to light up workspaces, and this is I'm debating about using these in here. I'm not sure I will yet. I like using the bigger ones usually. We shall see. Actually, I need to get my stepler. I'm just the wee ones. Come on, stepladder. Let's get to work. Bro, why are you gay? I don't know. Why are you annoying? That's always a question I ask people like you. Like, you think you owned me? You think you're funny? you're not. You're kind of like really childish humor. No one really laughs at that. I mean, people do, but the people that laugh at that kind of humor have really low like value in life. And let's see, go live again. And they don't have a lot of aspirations. They're just kind of bored and miserable, and they look to bring others down. But what are you gonna do? Go tell my mom I'm gay. I'm sure it'll surprise her. She'll be like, "OMG." Go tell my dad I'm gay. He'll be like, "Yeah, yep, known her and her girlfriend for 11 years. You didn't own me, dude." I did almost throw my phone across the space. Alright. Let's see. So, people out there looking to do knife making on a budget. This is actually something pretty cool. This is Brazilian cherry wood flooring, tongue and groove. But this is also not a bad thickness to make knife handles with. And if you're nice and you go to a wood flooring company and you ask nicely, they might give you their scraps. That's actually how I got this. I got a lot of other pieces, but that's how, this is one of the lot of other pieces I got. I've always wanted to make them a knife because they're Scandinavian, or they're based out of Scandinavia. And I always thought it'd be really cool because the Scandinavian blades are one of my favorite kinds. And yeah, so Brazilian cherry, yeah, that's what I think. But it's Brazilian cherry, it's a really beautiful wood. And the cool thing about hardwood flooring is knife handles is the flooring usually takes the nicest quality out of the tree. Where am I going to put you? I will throw you up here. Alright, so I gotta ask you guys if you guys are tin keepers and whatnot. I'm a Harry Potter nerd, so that's no big deal. But this is one I have. I keep it, but there's nothing in it. What are you guys keeping these if you have them? So, Brad Pitbull says, I like Goncola Alves, and Cocobolo wood. I have some Cocobolo. It's a very nice wood. I've not heard of the other one, at least by that name. But Cocobolo, that is really cool. It's hard to come by these days. That one and Bowcoat are getting harder and harder to come by. And when you can't, like I have some, I haven't actually used it because it's so hard to come by. But yeah. And Slim Jim, oh great, Donald Trump, please shower your blessings on all of us this live, whether they are Gunner, Sips, or Incel. And Donald Trump we trust, amen. You people online are hilarious. But what do you guys have any, like, use, this is not working over here, but do you guys have any use for stuff like this? I don't know, I still can't figure it out. Last time I found a use for it was a friend of a friend came over, and he was really into the cigar I happened to have the container to for little cigarillos. And I gave it to him, and he was super excited to have it. And here I am, like, why can't I have him come by again? Oh, because he doesn't live anywhere near here. But, yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to just, I might leave this in, like, a little library. Those are cool. I don't know if you guys are use little libraries where you're from, but they're a cool thing. You can, like, put DVDs in there and books and grab, take, give one, leave one, or take one, leave one. Okay. Bah! Let's try that. Let's see if that'll work. Let's have trouble. Okay. What time is it? 3:15. I'm not going to be out here too much. I think till 4 I think I'll be out here today. Let's see. Oh, I actually need... Actually, I'll put those in there. Why not? All pieces of wood in there. This is actually another spike hammer, war hammer I've been working on. It's actually got to be, I got to spread this apart a little bit more. But yeah, this one needs to be worked on a little more. I got to open up the eye a bit and heat treat it and handle it. So yeah, the things you find when you start, you know, getting things shaped up. Actually, I'm going to hang it up here as a reminder so it's always in my face. What is that? I'm tired of walking stick with this. So where are you guys coming out of today anyway? I'm out of Detroit. I don't know if I said that. I probably have said that several times. I don't know if that's the wrong way to do it. That's good. Wait, no, that's the right way. I think. I don't know what the hell I'm doing anymore. There we go. There we go. Oh, man, I went the wrong way. This is how I hang my sticks in the background behind me while I'm live. Put them on display. But then you get outsmarted by a nut and you feel like a 5-year-old. Okay, now that's on. That's cool. One less thing in the way. I don't know if you guys like hand tools or not, but this is what I've actually been using a lot lately. It's a hand plane. They call it the Stanley Handyman, just a little guy. It is fantastic how quickly this can blow through material. Like, it is honestly impressive. And I got it for, I think, $10 at a flea market. And all I had to do was like clean it up a bit and sharpen up the blade on my whetstones. And now it's back in action. It's a good tool. Actually, I got a screenshot that crazy blessing of Trump. What the hell is that even about? Y'all go crazy on the internet, man. Ah, it's hilarious though. Alright. This is actually, I was trying to make a stamp for my my first name. Well, actually it's my middle name, but I tried making an R. The only problem is it's definitely not sharp enough. It just, I don't know. Like, it'll stamp in wood. Let me see if I can get it to stamp real quick in something. Let's try oak. Oak is really hard stuff. Let's see if I can make a liar out of myself. Let's try it with the Jesus hammer. You know what? We'll even give it a running start on the anvil. Or not the anvil, the vise. Yeah. You can kind of see it. Oh no, you can see it. But it doesn't come out that nice once it's stamped on there. It's just, I don't know. I keep it. Maybe I'll try and clean it up one day, cut it off and start again. But yep, this is a stamp I was trying to make out of a piece of steel that I inherited actually from my grandfather-in-law. Just throw that in the scrap steel bin. That's useless at this point. Then I'll have a stogie. I have an Appalachian harvest if I do not find myself. It is amazing what you'll find on your workbench when you start cleaning up. Oh shoot, I just realized I don't have a lighter or matches I don't think out here. If that's the case, I ain't smoking that. And I'll just be babbling and rambling to myself. I do not have any. That's surprising. I mean, I guess I could light it with my heat gun. This is actually something I got in a bin full of scrap steel from a Buy Nothing page. And I'll show you. Looks like a shotgun shell. It says Murder Mitten. That's what some people call the state of Michigan. And it's actually a little... it doesn't smell like much. It's a little high. No, there's definitely having some Mary Jane in there. But yeah, I found it. And I didn't realize I even had it till like way after I got the steel. But I don't know what I'll ever do with it. But yeah, one of them things. Actually, I need some more water. It's time to hydrate. And whenever I take drinks, it's like I take huge gulps every time. My wee little baseball bat. When I was a kid, we used to love these things. We would use them in our class for like schoolroom baseball. I had a teacher that would have us actually play baseball with these. It was cool. And the ones who were really good and did good got extra credit. I got extra credit. Alright. Chisels. And all my sandpaper. Like I said, I got these tins, but what do you do with them? I don't know who's here, but hi, over there. But what do you guys do with these tins? Like, oh, it's my mom. Hi. Yeah, you want this, Mom? I have no use for it. It's really cool. I'll show you. Hang on. And it opens up. Not too deep. It's kind of shallow. But it's, I don't know. I just don't have a use for these things. Not one that I've been able to find that's a good use, I guess you could say. Oh, my sandpaper goes in here. Hey, you didn't answer me, Mom. Do you want that tin or not? I think I know where I'll put it. Okay, start the sweeping. Oh, Mom, where did you go? You got quiet. You were there, you said good idea, and then you were gone. What the heck? These are any good anymore. Oh yeah, those are good. And the bucket. And then there was one, and it was my mom, and she doesn't say anything. Mom, sitting over there, being quiet, just watching me. This. Oh no, I got a slow connection going. Okay, I'm going to exit this. I'm gonna try Instagram. Bye. No. Okay, that'll work there for now. Actually, I know. We'll go down here. Holy cow, I got a lot of sandpaper back there. What in the heck was I doing? There's live over there. Announce yourself. And I gotta start here. Holy cow, there's a lot of stuff down there. That's garbage. Okay, I'm out of here. Bye, Facebook. What is this? These look like oh, those are razor blades. Yeah, I'll keep those. And a tab. Why do I have a tab? Okay. Let's go to Instagram. Sometimes people are up on Instagram. Found a ball bearing. What is it doing down there? I have no idea. Let me see. Nope, it doesn't bounce that well. Sometimes it'll. No, they only bounce on anvils. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's do that. Actually, I'll leave these over here. My odds and ends box. More odds than ends, that's for sure. That's so weird. I used to. There we go. That looks more normal. Oh, hey guys. How are you guys coming out today? See a few more of you join the cleanup party. I know with some people, like, when it's a cleanup, they just kind of want to kick back, hang out. And it seems like a lot of people that are hanging out at this time are from the UK. Not always, but often. So where are you guys out of today? Almost well. At least it's out of the way. Oh yeah, and my recent junk shop finds. Share those with you guys. I like going to junk shops and flea markets. They're like my favorite place to get. Well, they're my favorite place to go like shopping. You never know what you're gonna find. Usually a lot of junk. This one I got a what was it, 5/16? Yeah, 5/16. Like a mortar bit, mason's bit, whatever you want to call it. And then I got an old file. I got a Nicholson and a Simmons right here. These are some old ones, both made in America. I try to only use like American made and like European made, like Western European specifically. Those are the ones that have some really good carbon content in them, and they're usually solid steel and not. I mean, they're always solid steel, but the new ones are case hardened, and those are not. But yep. Dang, that thing got rust on it. It's a whole pile of knives. Here's another big knife I made. Need to clean it up. This is a big guy I made. I made 2 knives in 48 hours. So I did that one, and I made this one. These are 2 knives made in 48 hours. I've not taken care of them. I've been wanting to see just how rusty they get, if the epoxy I use on the handles holds up, which so far, I've left these outside a ton of times, and I've just beaten the brakes off of them. This was made from a farrier's rest, and this was made from, it's called a tire tool. I don't know anything about it, but it's an old tire tool. And they were like, I think a tool in the 50s that came with vehicles. And this one, the idea behind it was in like Central Asia, they'll take like 2 knives that look like this, and they'll just like chop the meat, usually beef and lamb, but they'll like chop it so fine. It's not ground, but it's chopped, and it's a different texture than ground, and like they'll do it in parts of the Middle East as well. It's really great texture, and I considered making another one out of the last piece of the tire tool that I have, and giving them to my father-in-law because he's into barbecue and stuff, and he'll have that ability to do that chopping, and it's specifically heavy steel, or well, heavy bladed knives when they do it, because it's gotta like, you gotta be able to rock it right, you know, like kind of like one of these, and they do it really fast. It's really cool to watch. But yeah, that's the story of these 2 knives that are always floating around. They get used throughout whatever project I need them on, usually wood splitting. I don't really have a place to put this. This one just kind of hangs out. It's not a good place to put that. I don't know, it'll just hang out for a while again. Pile of knives. Who doesn't need a pile of knives? Oh, there's no cigar in there. More to the pile. This is a little shillelagh I actually made. I made this out of autumn olive. And it's a cute little guy. What is it? A shillelagh under my arm and a twinkle in my eyes. I'm going to Tipperary today. Something like that. Old Irish song. God, I got so much steel. Holy cow. This will forever stay in the workbench. Which one is this? Yeah, Hayes brand file. I think fine. A couple of wrenches. I make hooks out of these, actually. All of the sticks on this are made with old wrenches. They make good hooks. I'm gonna throw these in the steel pile. And these are unfinished. I don't know what to do with unfinished knives yet. Like, I need like a little box. No, this is a little box, but it's temporary. I'll go there. But this was a cool one to find. This is a file that's made in Detroit, actually. It's Hayes brand files. They were made, does this one say it? Yeah, this one actually does. It's since 1870. It's really hard to read it. But, yep, anyway. It says it on the bottom right there. But yeah, Hayes files since 1870. The building they made them in actually still exists. It's been defunct now for quite some time. But I like to just, anything I can get my hands on that's from the Rust Belt, and specifically Detroit, always just puts a smile on my face. Here's another one of my little end cuts. These are handy little tools. I use these for scribing, cutting, just, you know, little tools. I use them for wood carving around certain things. This is actually a throwing knife blank. I've thought about forging these, but I don't know yet if that's what I want to do with them. But it could be a cool blade to forge. I have 2 more. I need them to be back together. And this is a knife. I've never put a handle on it. I don't know why. But this is one I made from a file. And I did it with Jason Knight and Nick Rossi inspiration, and doing my own style, like the Southeast Asian style handle. I got a real love for Southeast Asian style, and actually they're my favorite knife makers on the planet. I need to straighten some things out on this and then heat treat it, and it'll be good to go. Yep, here's what I made out of a file from some time ago. This would be one cool blade for like Renaissance Festival gear. And this is just a a little spoon I'm making out of spalted, I think it's spalted maple. I'm not sure, but either way, yep, this is I need to carve out the bowl a bit more. And this I'm gonna make it like the rest, or I might make this another little spoon for like a little scoop. And Joseph Fisher says, "We love Trump." Proud of you. Everybody's gotta love something in life, huh? What did my friend's dad used to say? Everyone's gotta believe in something, even if it's a dollar bill. I just thought that was an interesting thing to say, but the older I get, the more sense it makes. We all need something to believe in. Doesn't matter what it is. People believe in some crazy stuff. Like folklore. Folklore at one time, it's actually, in some cultures, folklore is still a part of their religion, especially the more pagan religions. Depending. There's actually a, where is it? I think it's in like the Caribbean. There is a religion. It's called like the Church of John Daly, or the John Daly religion or something. And their whole like shtick is they believe in the United States of America as a religion, and they all dress like American like heroes and whatnot, and have American flags all over the place. It's one of the most bizarre religions I've ever seen, but they're actually serious about it. And I believe it started in like the 40s or 50s. I want to say the 40s. I think it was World War II era, and I think it started when one of America's military like higher ranking guys came there, and I think he like set up a runway. Like they used the island as a runway, and they like started this praise of him as like a thank you. I can't remember, for like protecting their island. But yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but I think it's called like the Church of John Daly or John Fitch or something like that. Either way, look it up. It's pretty wild, pretty unique religion. It's a fun one, to say the very least. Alright, you will stay back there. Out of the way. I forgot I even had this here, too. This is just an embarrassing attempt at an ads. This is embarrassing. I need to fix that. So for now, this will go back there in the metal pile. But this is actually a peen I actually do use. It's not bad. It's a fun one. You can really get like rapid, fast hits with it. Yeah, I'll set this over here. Put it by my anvil. Oh, no. Hey, I found a lighter. That means I get to have me a stogie. Did I put it back? There it is, right there. Oh, hello. Johnny Camara. I'm just doing some cleanup. That goes in the house. My keys. I need a spot for my keys. Where did I put these? Yeah, for now they'll just go over here, I guess. Alright, now my staples and my stapler. I need more water, actually. Down here, my voice is getting dry. The whole idea of cleaning up my desk, or bench, whatever you want to call it, is actually so I can start doing leather work out here, and kydex, making my knife sheaths out here. And if I ever get better at it, gun holsters. Okay. Oh yeah, this thing right here, there's big behemoth. I made this out of, I gotta sneeze. Am I gonna sneeze? Let's take bets. Am I gonna sneeze, yes or no? 1, yes, 2, no. Do I sneeze? It's looking like a no. Okay. Anyway, so this is a big beast I made. It's just a big, ridiculous, I don't even know what you want to call it, gar. Like an alligator gar. That's what it reminded me of when I made it. And I don't really do anything with it except use it for ridiculous purposes around my yard in the summertime, like cutting branches and stuff like that. Cool guy with a pig cleaver. I like to call myself a female, but hey, you can call me what you want. Just don't call me late for dinner. Alright. These are what I've been looking for. Let's see. Another one of my beating sticks. A pig cleaver. It's actually called a pig sticker, and that's not what that is. Pig stickers have guards on them. That doesn't have a guard. This would be more along the lines of something like an Irish skein. Know your weaponry before you insult people and make yourself look like a fool. And you just got showed up by a girl. In your face, camel cake. A 42-year-old girl at that. Got my hooks right there. I wonder where I should put this. This is actually perfect for my Dremel. I need to get this drilled out and mounted so I can have my Dremel mounted far and away from everything. Actually, that is awesome. That just made my day. I'll be having that put up hopefully tonight. All of these washers, my goodness, my goodness. Where did I just put? There they are. I'm missing a lock washer. What the hell? That's not good. I need to get that. I got these two little scrap steel right here. I don't know what I ever want to do with them. Like, cause I make little knives out of many things. Like, I'll show you. Where's one of my wee little critters? Here's one of my little knives I actually made out of a scrap of file. And, you know, like, I actually could make something pretty close to this size with this piece. But then also I got this piece right here. This is bed frame steel. It can be hardenable. It's usually 1080 steel, which means 0.80 points carbon, which makes it actually worthy for making a knife. That means it'll hold an edge, and actually at 0.80 actually hold a pretty good edge. I will put you in here. That's where my rasps and stuff go. This is actually a spoon I was working on. This one's made out of pearwood. This is one I was actually making in a deer blind 3 hunting seasons ago, if I recall. Yep, I never finished this. Maybe I'll be working on this soon. I like this spoon. This is one I'd like to put to use in the house. I like these big wicked handles with the curve on them. It's like, for me, it like just fits my hand perfectly. Yeah, that'll go in the house with me. Nope, I'll keep it out here. I'll chip on it out here. That's what I'll do. I got a cool new tool that's good for like burring things up. that'll be something I work on with that. Here's a couple more of them little wee little blades I make. This one has the drifted hole, and this one has the squirrel tail on it. And actually, that's a pretty dang good squirrel tail. But yeah, I mean, it actually fits the hand pretty good. You can see, it actually fits good. And this one, like, I did the little ring on it. I don't really have a good purpose. It's not to get your finger on. It's more for like if you want to put like a lanyard on it. People like lanyards to pull them out of the sheath. But yeah, these cool little knives. These are awesome. They all need sheaths though, and then I can put them up for sale. Here. There we go. That's the two I'm looking for right here. There they are. I got to tape these together so I don't lose them again. For another fucking 10 years. Oh man, come on, tape up. There we go. How's a pig sticker? Pig. What a nerd. Alright, cool. Actually, I'm gonna throw those in the bin with the knives. Why not? This is actually from my piece of steel when I was on Forged in Fire. And ice. Yeah, it's not that cold yet. It's getting there though. This piece of steel from my final piece on Forged in Fire. This is a big old hunk of 5160. I ended up making mine out of a leaf spring because of some issues I ran into. But yep, this is History Channel bought and paid for steel. Woohoo! Actually, I'll throw that in the bin too. Now this is the cool stuff. These are all, actually I got more, but these are all hunks of wrought iron steel. And then there are wrought iron. So let's go a little bit of a backstory. Wrought iron has not been made since the 1850s. There is, I think, 2 companies in England that is like not repurposing it, but relaying it as like bars and stuff. But no, this stuff has not been made since 1850. And it's pretty cool to have some. This is actually a chain link I got from, I think it was a flea market, and they didn't know what it was. And I wasn't sure it was wrought, but I got it like on the hope that it was. I brought it home. Let me see if I can show you. I just soak it in acid to get it to reveal itself. You can see. Kinda. There you go, like the wood grain. That's how. It's wrought iron. Okay. And there's actually some much higher quality versions of wrought iron. Oh, I am getting a phone call. Uh-oh. And I shall return. See y'all in a